Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the DB Room. I'm Glover Quinn, former NFL defensive back. We did a basic chalk talk on cover one, going over the basic responsibilities of every player. I hope you guys checked out that video, because today we're going to take a look at what it looks like in real game action. Try to recognize some of the things that we've been discussing: formations, motions, all that good stuff. Let me know in the comments if you see anything before I tell you. See if you're starting to pick up on things, increasing your knowledge. Hey, we're in the DB room. Let's go. Let's take a look at 11 personnel versus cover one in real live game action, okay? So the first thing we want to do is identify personnel. You see, we got our X wide receiver, we got our slot wide receiver, and we have our Z wide receiver. You go up top, we have a tight end, and then we have our running back in the backfield, okay? So we've identified that this right here is 11 personnel, 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 running back, okay? What else you notice? Let's look at it. They're in speed trips, okay? You see the speed trips. 3 wide receivers to one side. Cool thing about this one is it's a 4 strong speed trips. So you got a far set in the backfield. The tight end's up top. The back is far from the tight end, okay? Very important. You should have picked up on that. All right, let's talk about our matchups. We got the corner down bottom. He's on number 1, okay? That receiver right there is the X. He's number 1. That's who the corner has. He could play him inside or outside leverage right here. I probably would lean to the outside just because I got all my help to the inside, and that's a long throw for the quarterback to try to throw an out route. So he's probably going to try to run something inside, or he's going to try to run a fade since they're in the red zone. So I will go ahead and shade to the outside. But he could play it head up to inside or outside, whatever he's comfortable with, okay? So if we go to the slot, our nickel, he's on the slot receiver, should always be outside for the most part. All his help is on the inside. We go up top, we got the corner who's playing outside leverage on the tight end. We'll talk about why in a second. We got the linebacker, he's man-to-man on the back. And then you have the other safety who's playing man-to-man on number 3, okay? We'll talk about why in a second. We got the other safety up top who's playing in the middle, and you have our linebacker who's playing our low hole guy to be help in there for us, okay? Let's talk about why we decided to play it like this in this man-to-man. We had a young quarterback, right? Brett Hundley, young quarterback, not Aaron Rodgers. So we didn't want to make it easy for him by letting him know exactly when we were in cover one, exactly when we were in zone. They had some young wide receivers as well, so we liked our matchup with number 3. And so we were like, hey, let's put our safety on number 3, and if they go speed trips, that way our corners can stay at home. Now they won't know if it's man, they won't know if it's zone. If they motion, we just bump and slide into the next guy. A little communication, and we'll be all right, okay? So that is why we did that. And now you can see they motion over, right? They motion over. Okay, once they motion over, now you see some adjustments. Quandre, the backside safety who was on him man-to-man, he did not run with him. So we didn't lock on to that guy. We just bumped it. Okay? Quandre replaced and went to the middle, and then I went down to cover the tight end. Okay, I bumped over from the free to now I'm on the tight end. Darius Slay bumps out, and he covers number 1. Okay, he covers the receiver. Okay, you see the play running. Let's talk about this right here. It's a run play, okay? So that Z receiver got close. I remember we talked about Z close. Why is the receiver close? He's going to be close to either block the run support safety, or he's trying to run a shallow cross or a deep over. Those are the reasons why he get close to the line of scrimmage, okay? So as a safety, if you know that, you have to beat him into that gap, okay? You cannot let him block you out of that gap, because if he do, now that running back is going to be one-on-one with your corner, and you do not want the running back going downhill at your corner for that tackle. That's a tough tackle on him, okay? You have to beat him. You have to shoot that gap as fast as you can so that you can beat that block and get into the backfield and make this play, okay? We'll see it a lot better once we get to the back view, but you see the result of the play, okay? We'll see a lot better once we get to the back view. All right, let's take a look at this back angle, okay? So you can see clearly we're all communicating that it's 4 strong. 4 guys on one side, including the running back and 3 wide receivers. That's a clear indication that something is going on. They're trying to do something, okay? So we're all communicating from the jump. You can see that. All right, so now we got a motion, okay? Boom, I come over, and now I'm man-to-man on this tight end. Outside leverage, and the reason why I want to be outside leverage is, for one, if you try to run any under routes or anything across the field, I have low hole help and I have a high safety, okay? So I'm not really worried about that. If he wanted to release right now, he's very free to release. You can clearly see that. If he's gonna be a run, he's gonna have to come out and block this end, okay? And if he do that, then that's gonna give me a great entry angle to be able to come in, you know, force this run from an outside in angle instead of an inside out angle, okay? See that right there? That's the angle that I want to take to go in and stop the run, okay? So I get clearly outside leverage so I can make that happen, okay? Let's talk about these run gaps, okay? We got the end. He's responsible for this D gap because it's all the way outside, the D gap. The safety, that's me. I'm responsible for the C gap, okay? We got this tackle. He's responsible for the B gap. This backer is responsible for the A gap. This other tackle is responsible for the weak side A. And then his backside backer is responsible for the weak side B gap. His gap is based on his coverage. That's another thing. Your gap, your run responsibility should be directly correlated to your pass responsibility. I can't ask this guy to cover the back, but tell him he got to have the weak side, the strong side A gap. He can't do both, okay? So he's on the back and he have that weak side B gap right there, okay? And we got an end closing out. He has the outside C gap on that back side, okay? So those are all the run gaps. You have one running back in the backfield, you should have one gap. Everybody should have one gap, and we're gapped out. When you hear that, that's what that means. So you see me right here. My vision, I'm looking between this tight end through to the running back and the quarterback so I can keep my eyes on him and I can see what's going on in the backfield, okay? Another thing I got to be cognizant of is that receiver that we talked about that's coming to try to block me, okay? So I know if it's run, I got to beat this wide receiver. So I'm looking through my tight end into the backfield, okay? And I'm side-eyeing the wide receiver, okay? That is what I'm doing, because if this tight end block out right now, I know it's run. This tackle block down, I know I got to get in this gap, okay? I got to go right now because I got to beat this wide receiver, okay? So boom, ball is snap. You see him coming to try and get me, okay? We get a good job from my linebacker wrapping downhill, and I'm just going through this gap, okay? When I get in here, you can see the backer 59 goes downhill and knocks off this center, right? This center has to block him pulling around. So if I don't beat this wide receiver, this running back is going to hit that hole and he's going to be one-on-one on our corner. And we don't want our corner having to make those tough tackles, okay? So you have to beat him. And when you get in here, you have to get under control so you can make a solid tackle. Keep your feet up under you, right? Keep your feet up under you. Keep your head up, right? So you can see him in a low athletic position so you can explode and make this tackle. And same foot, same shoulder. And you go in, you strike, and you make that tackle, okay? That's what it looked like against a run. 11 personnel, run. Let's take a look at it against pass, okay? Okay, so let's take a look at it against a pass. We got Tampa Bay right here. And this is a third down play. So we're in our man-to-man coverage. They're in their 11 personnel. Let's identify it again. Look like they started out in speed trips as well. But we got our X wide receiver at the bottom. Then we have our slot receiver right there. We got our Z receiver who's now in the backfield because he's going in motion. We have our tight end up top. And then we have our halfback in the backfield. I think I mislabeled him. I think that's the quarterback, actually. The halfback is up in a near set, okay? He's in a near set, excuse me. So he get over. All right, let's talk about our coverage. We obviously know we're playing man-to-man, so we go through it again. Corner on number 1, all right? In this situation right here, he definitely want to be inside leverage. That's a over plus split by that receiver. He's 3 or 4 yards below the numbers. There's not a lot of room for him on the sideline. So most of his routes are definitely going to be inside. There's not a lot of space for him outside. So this corner definitely want to be head up to inside right here, okay? Then we get our slot. Our slot is going to be outside leverage, okay? Outside leverage. We go up top. We got another corner. He's going to be down on his guy. He chose to get down on his guy because he's in a situation where he's going to have to lock on to his wide receiver. Why is he locking on? Because you remember we talked about in and outs, okay? Well, in this situation, you got a linebacker right next to him with a tight end. You don't want to go in and out with the linebacker because you don't want that linebacker to get caught matched up on a wide receiver. And you say, well, why is the linebacker even in the coverage? He should be on the back. Well, in this defense, this particular one, game plan is obviously we put the linebacker on the tight end. Why? Because the running back was their receiving guy, especially in third and short situations. They brought in a running back who they like to get out for the pass. So we said we're going to put our safety on that guy and let the linebacker stay on the tight end. He got help in the middle. He can stay on the tight end and cover him, okay? So that's why we did that. We got the safety in the middle of the field still, and we got our low hole linebacker. He's showing up right now, covering up the center. Different little front that we're running, but he's still bagging out to play the low hole, okay? So let's talk about this formation, right? You remember I talked about being in the cluster. Offenses love to get in the cluster formation. Why? Especially in short yardage, because they can create some traffic for the halfback getting to the flat. They can create traffic for the Z receiver if they want to hit him on a snag or a shallow cross. And they can make you communicate if you're in man-to-man, if you're in zones, all those different things. Creates a lot of problems when they get in this cluster right here. We talked about cluster in an earlier video. I hope you checked it out, okay? But let's look at this concept right here. They're not running this concept on this play, but we don't know that at this moment. So this is what we're playing for, okay? They like to run the 7 route by the tight end. They like to run the little snag route by the wide receiver. And they like to get the back to the flat, okay? So most of the time when you see this like this, you're expecting that back to get out to the flat, and you're expecting the Z route receiver to either run some kind of snag, some kind of under, some kind of over, trying to create some type of traffic in there for those defenders, okay? So I'm the guy that's playing this back. I played it from depth this time. Why? To give myself clearance away from the traffic. I know I got 4 yards, I got to get him, but he's 4 or 5 yards in the backfield, okay? So I back up so I give myself an angle to come downhill at the running back so I can give myself an angle to make the tackle and make a strong tackle so he can't get this first down, okay? That is why I played it from depth. They don't know what we're in. You see right now, Jameis is looking. He sees the back. He's running wide open. You see the middle linebacker pop out, giving our linebacker that's on the tight end some body love. The nickel down bottom, he's playing outside leverage. All that stuff is getting funneled into the middle backer. Nobody's hurt. Jameis is not even looking that way, okay? His back is completely turned to those guys back there. He's going to the back and the flat the whole time. So what do I have to do? Come downhill right now. It's me against him, and it's a race to this 30-yard line right here to see if he can get the first down or if I can make this tackle, okay? So he get the ball. Now we're in the moment of truth. Can you make this tackle or do you miss it, okay? This is a big situation right here. A lot of guys have a tendency to stop their feet right here and let the running back dictate what he's going to do. You're coming downhill, he's spinning. Keep going and stay to your leverage, and you dictate to the running back where he's going to go. And you know you got a lot of guys running on the inside, okay? You got plenty of guys coming. That is your help. People say, well, you got the sideline. You're a long ways from the sideline in this situation. If you're closer to the sideline, sure. But I can't get him out of bounds at the sideline without him getting an extra 3 yards to get that first down. So I have to be aggressive to make sure he don't get the first down, but I have to miss him to my leverage, okay? I cannot miss him going outside, okay? that is how you want to play this, okay? So you go up, now you're at the moment of contact right now. You want to miss him to your leverage. I'm outside leverage, boom. I strike him on the outside, head up, and if I miss him, my linebacker is coming right there. But I'm able to make a strong tackle, push him back, and when you make those tackles and you get out the field on 4th down, you got to hold the fist up and let him know. You see that referee right there? He's holding that fist up saying 4th down. I'm letting him know too, it's 4th down and we're hustling off the field. You got that? Got to have your homies with you. It's time to go celebrate, okay? So let's look at it from the back. You see something right now? You see this back. He's chow, right? He's chow. You remember we talked about the back bend chow. He's cheated out because he's trying to get out into the flats quickly. So he is considered a chow running back, okay? You got a good look at it. You see the linebacker, he is outside leverage on this tight end, but to them, they think the linebacker has the back, okay? They think the linebacker has the back. They don't know that the safety has the back, okay? We got a linebacker showing up over the center, just showing a different front. He's gonna pop out and play his low hold position, okay? They snap the ball. You see him bounce out. Now he's in the middle. Jameis is looking. He's looking, and he thinks, okay, I got my back to the flat because the linebacker took off with the tight end, and he throws it, and now it's me against him. Guys are coming, but it's a lot of space in there. You see it. There's a lot of space in there. It's not clear cut, okay? It is not clear cut. Close the cushion right now. Feet underneath to your leverage side. Strike, head up. Keep your head up so you don't hurt yourself, and you can't hit what you can't see, okay? Keep your head up, wrap, and make this tackle and get out the field, okay? So that is what it looked like against a pass. That's 11 personnel, cover 1 against a pass. Everybody, make sure you're playing your right leverage. Know where your help is at, okay? That is the best way to be able to play fast. You got to communicate, you got to be able to recognize, and you got to anticipate what they're going to do. Pay attention to the personnel, who they're bringing in the game. Are they bringing in a special back? Are they bringing in a special tight end? Those are the things that help you make plays, but in order to be able to pay attention to that, you have to know what you're doing in and out. So you're not having to spend time thinking about, okay, what I got on this play. You're spending time picking up on the little clues that they're giving you to help you make these plays, okay? So hope this right here help you. Ask questions, leave some questions in the comments. I try to answer all the questions. And until next time, you know what it is. Peace.